Welcome back, everyone. And now I'm so excited for this series of videos as well because we're going to talk about pandas. I wish I could give this guy a high five in real life. How beautiful of an animal is this panda? Now, the thing about pandas is they've usually got black ears with white face, and some of them have black around their eyes. But in rare cases, you'll get different patterns of black. No, I'm kidding. We're not talking about the animal pandas, but that would be pretty cool. We're talking about the data analysis library pandas. Now, if you're doing machine learning or data science in Python, you're going to be using pandas, and it's used to explore data, analyze data, manipulate data, get it ready for machine learning. So that's what we're going to be focused on. So if we revisit our framework, we've got this data modeling section here. We've been through these steps. Now we're going to really start to get into some of the tools that we can use. So let's change this up a little. We've still got our framework up here, but now we're starting to dive into these tools. We've covered Jupyter Notebooks. We've looked at Anaconda and Miniconda. We've set up an environment using those. Now we're going to start diving in to doing data analysis first with things like Pandas, Matplotlib, and NumPy. And then later on, we'll look at some machine learning. But for now, we're focused on Pandas, which is usually part of these three steps here, the data analysis section. Now, why Pandas? Well, first of all, it's simple to use. It's integrated with many other data science and machine learning Python tools because that's what we're focused on, right? We want to find machine learning and data science tools in Python and use our knowledge of Python to use those tools to gain insights out of data and build machine learning models. And oftentimes you'll get your data in a format that isn't quite ready for machine learning. The data is there, but fairly often you have to go through a few steps to make your data in a format that can be inputted into a machine learning algorithm. And so that's where Pandas comes in. It helps us take a raw table of data. Raw data means data that you've just gathered, and then manipulate it, ready so you can use it with machine learning algorithms. So what are we going to cover in this section? Well, because Pandas is so vast, it would take quite a long time to look at the entire library. So we're going to be focused on the most useful functions, things that you'll use basically in every data analysis that you do. We'll look at the different types of Pandas data types. There's two main ones, series and data frame, but we'll look at that in a second. We'll look at how to import and export data using Pandas. Different ways you can describe your data. So if you just imported some of your data, how can you describe that statistically? Like what is the average value of a certain column, etc. Pandas is so beautiful in that it allows you to view and select your data in almost any way that you can imagine. So if you can think of it, you can probably do it in Pandas. And then finally, once we've described our data, once we've seen it, once we know how to select it, we'll look at how we can change it up and manipulate it. We can massage it into a format that's ready for our machine learning algorithms. So I think it's important before we actually start to jump into doing the actual code is to remember where you can get help. As we go through these videos, follow along with the code in a Jupyter Notebook if you can. If you can't, while the video is going, don't worry. Just watch the video, watch it as I go through it, and then go through it on your own after the video's done. It's very important to try and just write the code yourself. If in doubt, just run your code. And don't worry if an error pops up. There's different places you can look, such as Stack Overflow or Pandas documentation to figure out what's gone wrong. The most important is to try for yourself and then to try it again, because this is what will help you learn. So if in doubt, run the code. And then if you're still stuck, don't forget, it's always okay to ask a question. There's never a silly question. That's an overview of what we're going to cover, what Pandas is, where to get help. Let's dive in and start coding.